And it says live. And I believe it. I completely believe it. I've seen that before. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Okay. I'm live, dog's not. Okay. I get it, dog. I'm the only one live here. Okay. I'm live, dog's not. Rick, shut up. You said it once already. You don't have to say it again. What's wrong with you? You just keep repeating it. One of these days, I'm going to learn. I am. I'm going to learn. Good morning, Sandra. Jiggity, 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 boo. I see you. Yeah, look at the dog. He didn't went into Never Never Land. I take it everything's working. The green lights is on. That's a good sign. When the green lights is burning. All right, I gotta make that wider. Let's see what happens next. I didn't see dog. I was going to turn his playlist on, let it run. He always does mine. I don't know what the world. Oh, let me double check that. Because I don't want to. I want him to get the watch time too. While everything's going here. Nope. No iron dog. He must really feel bad this morning. He ain't live. Holy smokes. It just is getting daylight. Hey, you all right? Hey. I'm talking to you. I pulled a tick off of him. Fat boy. Good morning. Must have really made him mad. He won't even talk to me. Good morning. Goodbye. Have a good one. Boy, that was quick. You've changed your thing too a little bit. Just a little. Oh. Hey, dog. Yeah, dog's still there. Hey, you're going to need to sit up here. I think he's on strike. I think that's what's going on. Dog's on strike. Dog, you can't be on strike. It don't work that way. You gotta. Yeah, dog is live too. Wonder why I didn't get a notification. I didn't get a notification though. I had tick on my back a few nights ago. I hate freeloaders. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Hi, Rick. Bye, Rick. Hi, chat. Bye, chat. There. Now that's it. I knew you could get it. I knew you could do it. Yes, I did. I sure did. Dog is live right now, Rick. I don't know why I didn't get a notification, but I didn't at all. Morning, Brad. Kato, what's up, man? What's going on? Dog died on me, I think. He has no, hey, wake up. He won't even look at all. Kato, what are you doing this morning? Anything? I know what you mean, dog. I'm somewhat in your house too. I'm running it though. See, right here. I'm letting it run. I'm running it right here. Good to see you this morning, though. I didn't see you live when I first went live. It's like a notification didn't go out or something. I don't know what the deal was. I was looking for it. I sure was. Kato, I'll send you an invite if you want to talk to me. Oh, drop it in the. If you're able to do that, I'll put it in Hangouts or something. Get it unloaded at Hartville, Georgia. I'm rolling back, hoping a semi was on the side covering the bypass earlier. I'll say it's worse than rush hour traffic. Good morning, Cade man. How are you? Went to check out Pirate Radio. I missed last night. It says the video was banned in my country. What does that mean? Well, that means I played something they didn't like, and they banned it here in the United States. I'm used to it in other countries, but once in a while they get one here. I could go look and see what it says. I don't know which song did it, but one of them did. They don't like it. That's what that means. Rusty. Good morning, Rusty. How are you? Good to see you this morning. I will definitely drop that link in there if you want me to. Weird. Never seen that before. Happens all the time on them radio shows. That's why I do one every night. But if you look, they're missing in there, Cademan. They sure are. That's why they're missing. That is why they're missing. Let me drop you one in there. And if you're out there today and you want to talk to me, if you have time to talk to me, click that link right there. I hear you, dog. You can make a little more noise than that. And the ceiling fan running too. Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why. Dang, Balin. There it is. If you got a headset on, we could still talk to you. There's a link if you want it. If you don't, that's cool too. I just thought I'd put it out there. Oh, Lord. I need this coffee. Bad. Oh. I'm not able to right now. I will when I can. You get unloaded and get parked, you feel like it, click it. It'd be there. It's in the Hangouts. And anybody else that wants one right there. Anybody else. Wow, this coffee is good this morning. I mean, it's good stuff. I just need some more different to set that crap. Oh. Good morning, Sandy Cheeks. I got a pretty good memory now. I got that. How are you doing? There's a link right up above you. I know who it is. That's your mom's account. Oh, I'm trying to get woke up. Hey, dog. I didn't keep you up that late. Hey, Elvis. Elvis. We got this thing going on here, and you're the star of the show. Everybody wants to see your blue eyes. He don't care at all. None. He's like, so what, Dad? Can't you see I'm sleeping right now? He's like, what difference does that make? I'm like, I don't know. I never did get that darn. Sandra, I got to watch your Mother's Day idea. I started the video and then decided to go live. I didn't finish it. I got it held up right there. I told Dog I'd go on him, but I will come back. All right. No problem. Rocky Brook, what's going on, Ken? Good to see you this morning. I watched your video. I've never dehydrated Chip before. Dang it. I was trying to delete that link and deleted Balin's message. Oh, shoot. Oh, good morning. Love me, yes. Yes. Definitely. Sandy. Oh, definitely. Besides, you don't want to go on Iron Dogs. I got to go to the neurologist. Oh, no, Ken, what's going on? What you got to go there for? That's not good. Never good. Never good. I need to pull this thing up on this thing. As soon as I figure out how to spell my name, I'm going to do that. Oh, man. Migraines are bad. No. Be quiet. Phone. Thank you. Phone talks too much. Alf, morning, Al. Good to see you. Google held that, but I'm gonna unhide it. It's so pretty. Sure am. I don't know what you doing this morning, Alf, but I'm gonna put a link in the email. I mean, I saw your video yesterday, and I'm wondering how much stuff you got planted that's not in the video. And you don't have to use it. It's just there. But it would be nice if you did. I can't see the chat for a second. Oh, I hit 1K yesterday. Oh, and now for watch time. Congratulations, you go live from your phone. And good morning. And your discussion page turns into a community thing where when you put it on there, it goes all out to all of YouTube. Everybody on your 2 different things happen when you hit 1,000. That's pretty cool. Congratulations. Oh. Big time. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, on your channel you got, what is it, homepage and something else, and then discussion and playlist and all that. Your discussion page turns into a community page where it's just like almost like Facebook. When you put something on your community page, it goes out to everybody. They don't have to actually go to your channel to see it. It kind of pops up in a feed on YouTube to everybody that's subscribed to you. And you can go live from your phone. Now to get to watch time. That's kind of hard. That's the hardest part, the watch time. Hey, dog, you gonna wake up today? Hey, Elvis, I'm talking to you. What do you mean it's too early? Listen to this dog. I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm at 1,018 now, Rocky Road. I did not know that, K-Man. Are you serious? Wow, let me check that out. I don't see a discussion page on my channel. Really? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. See how you got a home page, videos, playlist, community. When you hit the community page, see it shows 5 days ago I put on transplanted some Cherokee purple tomatoes in pots today. It's got 8 thumbs up. View comments held for review, 3 comments, all that stuff where I've answered comments. Then it's got channels, all them channels. Then it's got about section, which tells I started January the 9th, 2012. Tells that and all my email, everything. Then I go back to the home page. You got that, right? Good morning, Sherry. No, I'm 1,018 on his count. I didn't think so. I looked at yours before. I don't see the discussion page. I'm on a phone. It doesn't show that. It's because it's set on mobile setting. You have to change that. And Lord, I'd never get that figured out how to explain that. But it needs to be changed so when people look at it, they see. Let me show it to you on a mobile setting. See? Still there. Homepage, playlist, all that. That's Pickerick too, but I mean, same thing on PICKERICK1. You got to go into your settings and change it. When you first set one up, it's the default setting is mobile. Every time, the default setting is mobile.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
What are you doing?
Just sitting around, basically trying to wake this dog up. He ain't moving much this morning. Dang, you didn't get a haircut, didn't you?
Huh?
I said you didn't went and got a haircut too, hadn't you?
Oh, it's been a while since I got a haircut.
Oh, so you in Georgia?
Yeah, in Georgia. I ain't got to show you my new truck yet, have I?
No, but I'd love to see it.
There's a dash on it.
Oh, cool.
It ain't no truck like I used to drive. Got a big hood on it. It's a
Kenworth?
Yeah. I'll show it to you. Oh. That's what it looks like.
Oh, wow. That's a nice one.
It's a big difference than anything I've ever drove before.
Right.
A man's truck.
Mm-hmm.
What Volvo's automatic. Had big fancy seats, all cushioned. It's just night and day difference.
I bet.
Yeah. I'm running my butt off, I tell you, this new job.
Well, you're home though on weekends, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I had to stay out last Friday till Saturday. They had 2 people quit, and I had to holla. It was a brand new dedicated account that we just got to New Orleans, and this was the very first run we was ever going to do on it. And they couldn't miss the appointment, and I'd already been running for 2 days straight, and without stopping or taking any breaks, and I had to do it. So I literally ran right at 3 days and nights without stopping. I drove like 4,000 miles.
Wow.
But yeah, then I got home. It wasn't for as long as it's supposed to be. It's but really we don't run the miles that I used to run. That only happened last week because then people quit and we had to get those accounts fulfilled. I mean, we just started them. As a brand new customer, and but normally I don't drive half the miles that I used to have to run. I don't have to run and get paid by the mile to make money no more.
You don't travel now all over the United States, right? You're more local. Supposed to be in or something.
This is the first time I've ever been to the place in Georgia, and
right.
We got 2 or 3 places in Alabama, 1 in Mississippi, and then this New Orleans account, and 1 in Pennsylvania. But pretty much everywhere we go there and we come back empty. Like right now, I'm empty and I'm going back home.
That's pretty cool. Normally, in your other job, you would have to wait somewhere and pick up another load and go back with it, right?
Yeah, I'd be stuck forever. Yeah, like right now, I could run my whole clock out, my whole 11-hour day just getting down here, and then I could, PC on in home because I'm empty and I'm going home, so I can legally do it,
Right.
But there's only a few trucks here. It's a small carrier. They're not uptight about anything, and just get your job done safely.
And that's good that they're like that. Really good.
Oh yeah. Small carrier. They're not up.
Oh. So will that thing wind up, or have they got it choked down to where you can't do it?
I don't really want to say on video. It'll run. It'll run.
Alf said, you call that a man's truck? Oh, shucks. Remember the day when women weren't even capable of driving a truck? Now even a child can drive one.
Yeah, these new trucks, they can. And in a way, that's better, though. They don't have the resources or the time to spend with people to teach them how to drive anymore. And
Right.
these newer trucks are just so much easier. I mean, my wife could jump in one of them Volvos I used to drive and drive it. You know, it's an automatic, big old mirrors. It turns real easy. It drives real well.
Mm-hmm.
It's safer in a way.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Where do you go back to? You live in where? You live in Georgia, right?
No, I live on the Kentucky-Tennessee line.
Kentucky, that's right. I don't know why. You were in Georgia a lot last time I talked to you. You've been there. Half time I talked to you, you're either in Georgia or Texas before.
Yeah, Texas. I used to run out there a lot. I miss my old job, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I miss it.
You like the long distance better?
Well, I mean, that's how I learned how to drive, was over the road trucking. You know, that's all I've ever done since I've been driving a truck.
Oh, yeah. That's a big change then for sure.
And I mean, it is better. I'm getting home more often now, but, you know, I'll go home and I don't have but 10 hours, 12 hours at the house. And I don't want to go to sleep. You know, I want to spend time with the kids. So I won't sleep, and then I'll have to run all night. Like, I've been up since, well, no, I had to run home. I went to bed last night. The day before yesterday, I was up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, stayed up all day, left in the evening, drove all night till like 8 in the morning. And, you know, that's 24 hours of being awake. That about killed me, you know. But
Yeah.
I was home, you know. It's just going to take some getting used to, you know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to have to force myself to lay down and take breaks when I'm at the house, even though I want to see them.
So you fill out your logbook every single time you drive somewhere. When you get to where you're going, is that the way you fill out your logbook?
I'm on electronics. This thing here, it just does it by itself. Like, I just started driving, it's already put me in drive mode.
Oh, I didn't know that. The
Yeah,
computer
right.
does it all now. That's pretty neat. You don't have to do it anymore.
Well, you got to add annotations or whatever you want to call it in there to let them know why you're stopping. But you have to, like, if say you stop driving, after like 5 minutes, it'll change you from driving to on duty. And you got to watch that, because if you're just sitting there getting a bite to eat or taking a shower, you want to switch it to off duty. That way your time's not getting eat up. You know, so you have to do that yourself. But yeah, you can't really drive without that thing kicking on. It picks it up. There ain't no getting around it.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know why I thought that, but back when I was in the lumber business, they all filled them out on a piece of paper, you know.
Well, I got those too for backup, you know.
Yeah, in case the computer something goes down.
Right, exactly. Let's see here. This little thing right here is my logbook.
Oh yeah.
A little tablet. It's just a app you download like Google Play or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. I wondered how they done that these days. It's pretty interesting.
Right there is your logbook, your paper logs.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah. You used to drive?
No, but I run a lumber yard and we had trucks, you know. A lot of people did. We had 2 trucks we ran ourselves that hauled chips, sawdust, and lumber, you know.
Right. Okay.
Many a time I filled out the friggin' medical card on a typewriter. Back
It's
in
a lot. Man, it's so strict these days to get a medical card, any little thing, you know, and they won't let you drive a truck no more.
Mm-hmm.
One of the people that I first started talking with on YouTube was James Hensley. I don't know if you've ever watched him, a truck driver or not, but he owns 2 or 3 trucks now, runs them, got a couple people in trucks and whatnot, and supposedly, and he can't even drive a truck no more. They said he's so overweight they won't let him drive a truck.
Dang, obesity kicks it out.
Huh?
Obesity will kick you out of the health card.
Well, that absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's the main reason why people fought. That's the main reason why there's accidents out here on the road. Is people falling asleep, and the reason that they fall asleep, if you're so much overweight, or I don't know how they do it, you know, they make you take a sleep apnea test. I think that's what it's called, and it regulates your breathing. And when you're extremely overweight and obese, you can't breathe well. That's why people have to wear them machines. And well, when you're not breathing well, you're not actually sleeping well, and that's why heavier set people, they get so tired throughout the day and they have to stop, take 2 or 3 breaks, and sleep, and that's why they have accidents. But yeah, it's a big ordeal, big ordeal.
Wow. Like I said, I used to fill out a friend of mine's all the time. He had all kinds of trouble, you know, health-wise. He had high blood pressure, all kinds of stuff. He was about 70 then, but he'd been driving a truck hauling lumber for like my dad, my grandpa. I mean, he'd been doing it forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we would take risks that we normally wouldn't take because it was personal.
If I ain't mistaken, blood pressure, if you're on blood pressure medication, you can't drive a truck either.
Yeah, I don't remember what all it was.
I know sugar, if you're taking anything for sugar, they won't let you drive a truck. If you're taking anything for seizures, can't drive a truck. It's a big ordeal.
Too far, you get dizzy and pass out. If it goes too high, same deal, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
He's sleeping, Sherry. He sure is. Not only is it about driving, but also about tarping a load with a 200-pound tarp and more. Yeah, we covered up all the lumber. You had to keep it from getting wet when it was dry. They lay it up on the front and rolled it down. You got tarps? You ever have to tarp anything? You ever haul a flatbed?
No, I've always hauled a dry van. Hauling a reefer now. I got refrigerated food back there in the back now.
Ah.
That's a whole new world right there, buddy.
I bet.
Everything about it is totally different. Totally different. These people with this food will charge you to load your truck, charge you for the pallets to hold their product. When you get where you're going, they'll charge you a lumper fee to unload the truck and charge you to keep the pallets.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Pallets is a big deal.
Well, I mean, it's their product, though. They're shipping the product. I mean, 99% of the time, they have to, you know, put it on the pallet to load the truck. It's they have to do it. You know what I mean? It's up to them to do that.
Yeah.
And in this refrigerated business, they like to charge you for them. It's crazy. I ain't never heard of that before. And then when you get where you're going, all right, like say you, like I take a lot of stuff like IGA, you know, Kroger, Walmart, places like that.
Mm-hmm.
Big distribution centers. So I'll take like a whole load of, you know, frozen chicken. Somebody else take a whole load of beef. Somebody else take a whole load of, you know, chips and then toilet paper. And that huge distribution center will break it down and load up trucks with small portions of each thing.
Right.
And then that one truck take it to a store and they'll get what they need. You know, nobody needs a whole truck full of chicken, you know, 80,000 pounds worth of chicken. Right. So They're called distribution centers. But you'll get to one of them. You're bringing them their product. They bought it. You're bringing it to them, and they'll charge you $200 or $300 to take it off the truck.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called a lumper fee. I reckon they used to do it in about every type of trucking, and people raised absolute hell about it, and they run them off, the lumpers, and they'll stop hauling freight, whatnot, and but hauling food, they still have lumper fees. It's crazy. It's a whole nother entity. It's a whole nother business inside of the place that you go to, and they charge you to unload it. It's crazy.
I can't get this dog awake this morning. I don't know. While I was sleeping, he must have been up running around the house or something. I don't know what. You'd think he'd need to go pee or something, but apparently not. You got animals too at home?
Yeah, I got a dog.
Cool. I meant to ask you about your son too. He hasn't ran off anymore, has he?
No, we've made our house Fort Knox pretty much.
That's good, because I know that freaked you out big time, especially with everything that happened during that.
The school pretty much wouldn't let him come back unless we put him on medication, and I fought it. 2 or 3 doctors said he didn't need nothing, and they still wouldn't let him come back to school. They ended up putting him on ADHD medicine, and I don't know. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, they did that to my son when he was a kid, and we tried all sorts of stuff. We put him on these programs because they said he had a comprehension problem. You know what I mean? They blamed it on ADHD. Put him on medicine, I guess you'd say, to slow him down, slow his mind down so he could comprehend instead of running. You know, I'm ADHD. I'm functioning, not attention deficit. I'm the wide open all the time, you know.
Right. It takes several things. It takes several things to entertain your brain. You can't sit and do one thing at one time and it get your full attention.
Right. Your mind rushes on to other things and keeps moving. And
right,
people often, you're talking to them, because I can be having a conversation with somebody, and right in the middle of a conversation, I'll ask, you know, what's the weather? You know, and they like, dang, we ain't talking about the weather, you know, and I can't help it. That's Cato, Brad. That's Cato Kalin from Balin's. What's your channel name again now? Balin's
the dog.
Balin the dog.
I don't ever put nothing on there though.
Hardly ever. B&J Outdoors was asking who you were.
Oh. Yeah, that medicine. It literally shows up as meth in a drug test. It's an amphetamine. That's what it is. It's speed. It does the opposite to people with ADHD, supposedly.
Right.
And all it does, because coming from my background of being a drug addict and doing speed, the real deal, you get sped up in your head, in your mind, you get the euphoria feeling, and you'll sit and do one thing all night long. You'll try to fix a TV or fix a cabinet or work on this or that and just geek out on it all night long when you're on that meth. And that's what the medication does. It's just made by a doctor. It speeds their mind up so they can focus on one damn thing. That way they're not bouncing back and forth to get that, I don't know what you call that. Not neurons. I don't know. That good feeling in your brain when you're doing several things, and it just gets your attention, you know. And this medicine, it chemically does it so he can focus on one thing. But I don't know. I don't believe in it. I don't believe they need on that medication. That's
what
crazy.
We finally did with ADHD, every little thing is a distraction. That's right, Sandra. Your mind moves on and on and on and on. That's why it works so good on the chat here. Dopamine. That's the word I was looking for right there. That's the word he was looking for.
Dopamine. Yeah.
That's the one that makes you feel. That's the feel good chemical your body makes. Brad said he was kidding. He knew what he was. He's just having fun. That's how I can jump from person to person to person like that and carry on 6 or 7, 8, 10 conversations at the same time.
Right.
That's how I do it. No joke.
Right.
I'm just functioning halfway.
Well, I was the same way in school. Yeah, they tried kicking me out. They tried getting me put on medication. They had me in counseling my whole childhood, pretty much. And I was just a boy, you know. I was just wanting to play and do crap. I didn't want to sit down and do work, you know. I don't know. I never was put on nothing like that, and it breaks my heart that my son is. And me and my wife, we have fought about this and fought and fought and fought, and she swears it helps and it's making him better. It breaks my heart. I don't want him on it at all.
What we did. YouTube's definitely for you. Yeah, that's how I'm able to do that. No joke. It's my brain's all screwed up. But we were able to. We gave him a choice. We gave him a choice. He took it for a little while, and he would come home and say, "I don't feel right. I don't like this. You know, this stuff." So we gave him a choice not to take it, and he started failing. And we started with where there's a will, there's an A. Hooked on phonics. We tried them all, everything like that to learn. See, I could always learn, but I'd have to force myself to do it. Once I had like a photographic memory, so when I read something, I could remember it. So I could pass every test. All I have to do is go home and read it one time, shut the book, and go to bed. You know.
Right. Yeah. That's the same way. Yeah. I was extremely smart. I always had good grades. It's just I lose attention. I wasn't interested in that, and so I didn't want to work on it. You know.
Children with ADHD are very smart. They just struggle with getting their knowledge from their brain to the pen to paper. Exactly. Yeah, they sure are.
Well, he's pretty much being sent home every single day this whole year, and he's leaps and bounds ahead of other students that go every day and never miss.
Yeah, that's a good sign. I mean, that's a sign right there that he could be a freaking rocket scientist if he wanted to be. You just have to control it. And the other thing is they like to be alone. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
They're more comfortable being alone. I've seen kids with it in extreme cases where would sit down and pull their hood up over when they're in a crowd and just sit there like that, you know, with the hood pulled over their head.
Yep. Sometimes he does, sometimes he don't. Just depends on the mood that he's in.
But they can sit down at a computer and do wonders. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah, he can totally operate the computer.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, that coffee's good. Hey, dog. I mean, Elvis.
Oh crap! I just passed that road up. Shit.
Now you got to turn around. That sucks in a truck to have to do that too, doesn't it?
Oh, there's another way to go right here. Okay. Well, it was a little bitty street and it looked real tight through there, and I didn't want to go. And I'm following the truck, and he kept on going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this way right here goes to an interstate. We just come in a little town right here, so I figured he knows the road better than I do because he went a different way, so I just followed him.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna be all right now.
Yeah, Einstein was a nut, Sherry. Einstein was crazy. Uh-oh. It's emotionally hard on children with ADHD. They want to accept, but often feel rejected because they're considered bad behavior by students. Yeah. Time to go pay the bills. Have a great day. Much love to all. Drive safe, bro, says Brad.
Have a good one.
God bless at the end of it. Hey, Elvis. Dang, I'm going to carry you to the vet today. Are you all right? Hey. I don't know what to think about this. I'm getting worried about him. He was limping yesterday. I can't figure it out. You went
Is he
to
breathing?
yeah, he's breathing. Hey, you breathing? Yeah, he's snoring a little bit. Uh-oh, Rocky Brook's trying to figure out how to do his channel layout page. Let's see. I don't know that I know now. That's been a long, long time ago. I can still remember how that music used to make me feel. Wait a minute. That's a song.
Oh, man.
He's
Boy,
trying
it's
to
gonna
lay
be
his
a
channel out.
turn
So
right here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just talking to myself. It's gonna be a tight turn right here.
Ooh, you in the middle of town too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to swing all the way to the left here. See, I got a big nose on this truck, and I ain't used to that. And it don't turn as tight.
I think you have to go to your home page and go into settings, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's what you got to do. Go to home page, go into settings. Let me look and see. Wow, that's a beautiful town.
Yeah, it is pretty, ain't it? It's already 62 degrees down here. That's what my truck says anyway.
It's been a long time since I did this, Ken. Maybe I can figure it out. I mean, a very long time. I know that I changed it. Me and Kim Fife both was trying to figure out what the heck when he used to be with me all the time. And now, I don't know. It's 34 degrees here. Yeah. Ain't but 52 here when I looked a little while ago, Sherry. And that's the doggonest thing I ever seen. It was 80 some degrees. I was sweating like a dog. I didn't think my air conditioner was doing right. So I went and bought a new 10,000 BTU window unit, put it right here in the living room where to supplement what I got. Because this is a big house. It's huge. But as soon as I put the air conditioning in, got everything set up, got it all perfect, temperature dropped 40 degrees.
What kind of air conditioner you got?
It's a, I don't know. I bought it at Rose's. 10,000.
Does it sit in your floor? Does it sit in the window, or is it like an outside unit?
Window unit. I saw those mobile ones that you could sit in the floor. I didn't know how good they'd work. I never had one before.
I ain't either. That's why I was gonna ask you, because I need one and I don't know what to get.
It looked cool though. The picture of it and everything did, but it's about $50 more for the same identical brand name BTUs and everything.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to put my knowledge on paper. I only need a little sticky note.
I think mine 25 or 30, or it might even be 35,000 BTUs. It's a monster. It's like, it sticks like 4 foot out the window. I mean, it's an old one too. It's huge.
Sandra said her cousin had one that floor AC and said it didn't work as well as a window unit.
Yeah.
Hey, you all right, buddy? Elvis. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this dog.
But that's all I've had since I got my house, is a one window unit for my whole home.
Yeah, I've got central air, but it didn't seem like it was working right. And I had them come out, check the Freon, do everything on, and they said, no, it's fine. I'm like, oh, crap. Good morning, Caroline.
I bet you had rat got up in your vent.
Probably that could happen because I live out in the middle of nothing, you know, and it's brick, but I've got those vents, ones that open and close by themselves.
Yeah.
They could easily burrow under that easy, you know.
Well,
Caroline's
did.
sitting at her table watching deers this morning. She has a lot of deers at her house.
I bet we killed 15 mice in my house.
Yeah, I keep traps set all around because I got that food storage in my pantry and all that stuff. I can't handle them. They'll get into it.
Yeah, we had the same. We had traps everywhere, glue traps. I had poison that goes to the chicken houses. My stepdad's chicken houses. I got a bunch of poison blocks, and I threw up under the house. And I mean, there were so many. They were so brave. They would run across the floor, run across your foot in the floor. When
Right.
you're being real still and it's nighttime, like sitting in a chair watching TV, they'd run across your damn foot, 2 or 3 of them running after each other fighting. And I just got to where I couldn't handle it no more. And
What'd your wife think about that?
well, like we tried forever to get rid of them, you know, with everything we could use, and nothing would work. And we finally got some real big traps, and then some real expensive glue traps. And they was getting stuck on them glue traps. The other ones we had, they wouldn't work. But these ones here, they got them. Like I said, there's probably 13, 14, 15 of them that we caught. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, once they get a start, they and everything. When I first started storing food and stuff like that, I didn't think about mice. You know what I mean? And they got in everything I had. Like it drove me insane.
Yeah.
But then I started taking care of that. Like you said, I started putting out poison, live trapping them, and putting them sticky things down every way you could think of to get rid of them. And I haven't seen them in a long time, but I keep stuff for them out. Don't
Does
touch
anybody
them.
on here that's watching this knows what it costs for Terminex to come and spray? I think that's what that company's called, ain't it?
Yeah, Terminex is a big one. A really big one. Grizz says, don't touch my mice. He uses them to draw in cats. Hey, Chipper, you're going to have to wake up sometime today. All right, we're going to go make a test. I'm going to go put some food in this bowl, see if that has any effect. Welcome back, fat boy.
I'm about to go through Atlanta. It's about to be bad.
All ready to go.
Yeah, it's showing red for like 100 miles. 30 or 40 miles before Atlanta, all through the bypass, and then even a little bit on the north side, just solid red. At a standstill, it looks like.
Just don't go down Grizz's sticky note. You won't catch nothing.
Oh, have you ever seen one of these? Look here. This one says Cruise Canada. I'm assuming they're from Canada, but I see them all the time. They're RV rentals. See, 800 RV rent. I never knew you could even rent RVs.
I didn't either, but I might rent one, take off. It's almost summertime.
I mean, I've seen all kinds of shapes and sizes. Tag along, one that you drive. I've seen them big, the big fancy RVs, you know. Like you gotta have like a CDL to drive it, you know, like they take rich people have. They travel in them.
Yeah, I want one less than 26,000, where you only need a driver's license.
Right. Yeah.
That's still the law, right? 26,000 and over.
To my knowledge, yeah.
I hate Atlanta. Oh my God. The last time I was in Atlanta, and it hadn't been all that long ago, I was stuck for an hour and a half. Now, the time before that, no problem. Zizzed right through it in the middle of the night. But on my way back from traveling, I got stuck in for 2 hours in Atlanta traffic. I like never got out of it. One wreck and you're screwed, you know.
Well, a semi flipped on its side and it's covering all 5 lanes of the bypass.
Oh, Lord.
And that was about 2.5 hours ago. And rush hour traffic started, about an hour ago. So I'd say it's horrible.
Me too, fat boy. I can't take it. Without a GPS, I remember back in the day before GPS, you just had to figure out where to get over and turn off at in Atlanta. Oh my God. Now with the GPS, at least it tells you way in advance so you have time to get over, you know.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people, they really don't know how to drive across country and how to read the signs correctly. And that GPS will tell them something a half a mile before the exit. And they'll be out in the, far left lane and they'll shoot across 3 or 4 lanes, almost clipping clipping people just to get that off on that exit. I've seen so many wrecks done that way. People just don't pay no attention, and that GPS don't tell them, till they're about a half a mile away, and then they got to get over.
Yeah.
It is a great tool though to use.
First cell phone is a CB radio for truckers, says Fat Boy.
What did he say? First cell phone was CBs?
Is a CB for truckers, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I still got a bag phone laying back there now. First one I ever had.
A what?
A bag phone. You ever seen one of those?
I don't even know what that is.
Let me show you. This is the very first cell phone here. How you like this bad boy? Oh my God, is it heavy? I will be in Havelock on the 18th for 10 days. Lunch meetup. Yes. That's not that far.
What year was that? Did that come out?
I would say late 80s, maybe. See the phone? You dial it on here and push send.
They didn't come out to the late 80s?
Something like that, because I bought a truck. I bought a truck in probably maybe the early 90s. Bigger than Saved by Bell teenager phone. This thing, I'm not joking, Cater. See the antenna sticking up on it?
Yeah.
This thing weighs 10 or 15 pounds. It's heavy. I mean heavy.
What's inside of there?
I did know that. I'm thinking it's mostly battery, if I remember correctly. Oh no, charger stuff, and the batteries right here. The plug-in for the adapter, the electrical plug-in. The problem with these things, it costs a fortune to use them. Oh my God, look at that phone. Hey, Eagle Eye, good morning. I remember those. Yeah. But I thought I was hot stuff. I could sit in my truck and talk to somebody on the phone. Hello, Elvis, it's for you. Hey, good morning. Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Well, I mean, before then, not having any communication at all other than a landline, you having to, I've heard of truckers saying, they would do a West Coast turnaround. They'd head out from the East Coast, head all the way out to, Oregon, Washington, California. They'd call maybe one time along the way. You know, like when they got in Kansas or something like that, or Iowa, they'd call home, let them know they're about halfway, and then they call when they got out there, and it was a very short amount of time that you would talk because there was other people waiting to use the phone. The payphone is truck stop, and I don't know. I couldn't imagine living like that. So that kind of world, not being able to have the communication, I mean, it would literally be a new world to you having that thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, but it was expensive now. Yeah, it was like $1 a minute, says Grizz. Yeah, that's about what it costs. It costs you like $1 a minute to use one of these suckers.
And
Something
$1 back then was probably $5 today or more.
right. It was expensive. I mean, it was expensive. Late 80s, early 90s. I know Havelock. It's got that. I've been to Havelock many a time. That beautiful moss hanging off of them trees. I know exactly where that is. It's not that far either. Oh, I'm sorry, dog. I won't put it over there.
Sorry if y'all hear all that. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on up here.
That's cool. We want to know too. I see the lights flashing.
Oh no, I'm far away.
Oh,
Everybody's just talking about it to see if it's worth it to go through Atlanta or if they should shut down. People on these electronic logs, you get in this, say, all right, say you got like 4 hours left, and you're going, an hour north of Atlanta or whatever.
right.
And, right here, it would take you probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get where I am through Atlanta, about an hour above it, something like that. And 2.5 hours. Well, if you only got 4 hours left, sit for an hour and a half in a backup, you're out of time. You seeing these backups all the time that last for 2, 3, 4 hours. When they finally do get rolling and it breaks up and people finally get to rolling, there'll be trucks sitting on the side of the shoulder. What it is, they're out of time. They ain't got no time on their clock to run.
That's
So
a problem too. I'm sure it's got to be a problem.
well, Lord, yeah, you're stuck on the side of the interstate for a 10-hour break.
Mm-hmm. Can't be good.
I mean, it's crazy. This electronic log is it's not the fact that it tracks you, that it monitors you. It's nothing like that. The only issue that people have is the 14-hour rule. As a trucker, we're allowed to drive 70 hours in an 8-day period. We're allowed to work 14 hours a day of on-duty time. Anything's considered on duty, sitting at a shipper, receiver, fueling, dropping a trailer, hooking a trailer, figuring out your map, any of that crap, right? Most people don't log all that. Your pre-trip, your post-trip, all that good stuff. It's all on-duty time. But you're allowed 14 hours a day of on-duty time, and you're only allowed to drive 11 hours a day. So you can drive 11 hours in a 14-hour window. So when you start your day in the morning or whenever you start, it don't matter if you drove 1 hour or the whole 11 you're allowed to drive. In 14 hours, you have to shut down and take a 10-hour break. And it don't matter, like I said, if you drove 1 hour or 11. People sit at these shippers and receivers 5, 6, 7 hours getting unloaded or getting loaded, and then they're out of time and they're stuck there and they can't leave. They can't go to a truck stop and get away from there. And then most of the places won't let you stay there. They kick you off. So you're either on the side of the road right there out in front of their gate. Hopefully a cop won't write you a ticket, or you just got to take a violation on your logbook because you had to drive to a truck stop and hope that you don't get pulled into a weigh station in the next 8 days.
Right. Gray man, what's going on? How goes it?
that 14-hour day is what makes everybody so daggum mad. And it's causing more harm than good.
DOT will get you, says Gray Man.
Absolutely. You ever seen the company called Werner? WERNER. They haul to a lot of Dollar Generals and Family Dollar, places like that. They drive big blue trucks with gold letters on the side. Werner.
Yeah, I've seen him. Sure have.
All right. They got in trouble for having so many accidents, wrecks, violations, people getting hurt and killed and whatnot, that the government was literally going to shut them down, shut the company down. And, you know, they fought it and fought it and fought it. And they finally come up with a way to keep from getting the company shut down, to have an electronic device log their hours of service instead of a paper log. So they couldn't be cheating at all, and the drivers wouldn't be driving tired. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the government allowed them to do that, so they got to stay in company. Well, once they started doing that, once their 14-hour day was up, they were stuck. And they'd sit at these places 5-6 hours a day, and they'd only get to drive 4 or 5 more hours. So their days was literally cut in half or a third to what they used to be able to drive, and they wasn't making no money. So they pushed it and pushed it and pushed it to the government to have everybody put on electronic logs. And so the government finally eventually done it. I guess they paid a whole bunch of people off and finally got them to pass it through. And they got everybody put on electronic logs. And it was just because they couldn't make no money.
Right. Raymond said that Warner was almost as bad as Swift.
Well, yeah, it was worse. They was shutting, the government was going to shut them down. It was so bad. But it looks better. It looks better regarding your violations. You're not, driving over your 11-hour day or a 14-hour clock. You're taking your 34-hour break when your week's done if you're out on the road. And it's all logged. It's all in that computer. You can't mess with it. You can't touch it. You can't cheat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't cheat.
So regarding tickets and violations, it's 10 times better. And it looks better. So their insurance drops. You know what I mean? They get a better insurance rate. They get a better CSA point because they're not getting violations. All that good stuff, right?
Right.
Well, when you look at these small mom and pops that's got 5-10 trucks and they're on paper log books, they'll get pulled over or pulled into a weigh station all the time. And they'll get a violation because the driver had 2 or 3 log books, or he didn't have his log filled out that day. You know what I mean? Because when you're on paper, you don't really worry about it. You just do whatever you need to do. And you fix it at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
So it looks better on paper being on electronic logs. Statistically, it looks better, less violations, you can't cheat. But what it really does is it causes you to be in a rush. You fly through these cities at 55 mile an hour like Atlanta. You'll do 70, 75 through there trying to get through it. You'll be flying bumper to bumper traffic, just hauling ass because you're on a clock. And once that clock's done, you're done. And if you miss an appointment, it's your ass, And it just causes you to be in such a hurry all the time because that clock's counting down. And these people that's on paper log books that work at these small carriers, they'll shut down right before they get to a big city. And then they'll take a nap when it gets dark time. Then they'll roll through it, And technically, they've worked more than 14 hours in a day, but they laid down and took a 3 or 4 hour nap. They're not in no hurry. They're not in no rush because nothing's counting them down. They're on that paper. They can make it look good on paper. So it looks better being on electronic logs to the government, to insurance, but it's making it 10 times worse. That's why there's so many accidents. People is in such a rush nowadays.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And It's ridiculous.
Good morning, Debbie. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, that's who that is. It's Cato, Kalen, channel name, Balin the dog. Thank you for putting that link in, Sandra. That's Balin's channel right there. Sure is. Great.
Don't expect no videos.
You got videos, don't you?
Not that I know of. I think a Swift driver had to help him back up. He didn't even know how to back or nothing. And
I mean, you got videos on your channel because I used to see them, right?
well, I took all them down. I deleted my old channel.
Oh,
I only got 2 or 3 on there.
ah,
Yeah. Is my video and my audio cutting in and out?
No, it's not cutting in and out at all.
Oh, okay.
No. Sandra said you still had videos on there.
I got a few.
Yeah, you do. There's quite a few there. I'm looking at it now. You did one, What's Happening, a few weeks ago. CB Comedian. I remember that one.
Oh, I run into that guy last night.
Yeah, I remember it. Just like, that was a good one. It was funny as crap.
I heard him talking on the radio forever for like 30 minutes last night. I mean, I bet he was 35, 40 miles away from me and I was picking him up. His radio's so good. And I kept trying to holler at him and I never could get him to respond. And finally, I guess we got close enough and I asked him if it was him. Dooley Do Right is what he called himself. And he said it was. I crossed him last night.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. Boy, he was a chit-chatting on there last night. You should have heard him. Oh yeah, that new account that we got going to New Orleans. I'd never been to New Orleans before. I've been down there on Interstate 12. You go, I think, down on 59 or 12, and then catch 10, catch 12 or catch 10. Anyway, and it takes you over to Texas through Louisiana. But I never kept on going down and crossed the big bridge, and went down into New Orleans. It's crazy. You drive on a bridge for like 15 minutes across like an ocean, and then it looks like you're literally out in the middle of the ocean. You don't see nothing but water. And then here comes land. It's like it's an island or something, It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I've been out with my dad fishing before, and we get stuck on a sandbar out in the storm in the sound, and it get real pouring down the rain and stuff. And you get out on it to push your boat off of the sandbar and look around, you're in 4 inches of water and you can't see land anywhere. Now that'll trip you out. Like you're walking on water.
Well, I thought New Orleans was, the bottom part of Louisiana. I didn't know it's like an island or something.
Fat Boy wants to know how much sleep y'all supposed to get now when you're trucking.
After your 14-hour day is up, you're supposed to have a 10-hour break. And if you have 70 hours in the last 8 days that you've worked, you have to take a 34-hour break.
None while they're driving. That's what Grizz said. None while they're driving.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be doing that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, a 10-hour break after each day of work and a 34-hour break if you've worked 70 hours in the last 8 days.
Right.
But you can run what's called recap. Technically, you can drive a whole day's work and never stop driving. You can drive every single day nonstop for years if you want and never have to take a 34-hour break on the road. I think it's 8 hours a day. If you only run 8 hours a day, what is that? 8 times 7 is what? 8 times 8 is 64. So
56.
yeah, it'd be more than that. Then it was 9 hours a day. What's 9 times 7?
63.
63. Yeah, 9 times 8 is 72. All right. So we're allowed 70 hours in an 8-day period. So if you drive 9 hours every day for 8 days, that's 72 hours. So it's pretty much like 8 hours and 45 minutes a day you can drive. And after 8 days of doing that, you know, you'll have 70 hours completed. Well, your next day of work, the 9th day, your very first day will roll off. So you'll get 8 hours and 45 minutes back, and you can run those hours. It's called recap hours.
Never heard of that before. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Debbie. Somebody sent me this in the mail. Sure did. I've got another one too in there. Somebody sent me in the mail. And I've got like one more that I broke that was sent in the mail. Anonymously sent too. I don't know who sent it. I have no idea. Sort of. I got an idea. It's not that I don't have any idea. That'd be a flat lie. Good morning, Chocolate Man. It was nice. They went to the trouble to capture this off of the live streams and off of Facebook, the picture of Scooby, and put the paw print and stuff on there. That was pretty cool. And it's a big old cup. Big old cup. That holds a bunch of coffee. I've got another one in there too. I didn't lie, fat boy. Told the truth. I just sugarcoated a little bit.
Whoa, look at that truck in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a good question, Debbie. He ain't got up this morning. I don't know what's going on. But not, most of the time he's sitting up right here waiting, and he ain't moving. He was limping the other day, and I was afraid he was sick. He started throwing up, you know, and I kept him inside. I was afraid he was poisoned. I kept him here and fed him Pedialyte. My vet told me to get him Pedialyte and stuff, but I don't know.
Did you say you think he was poisoned?
I don't know that he was poisoned, but the way he was throwing up and acting and stuff, I started to wonder if he was poisoned. You know what I mean? But I started feeding him, gave him that Pedialyte, and he was fine. Now this morning, I don't know what the deal is. He even got up and went outside.
I'd try picking him up, raising him up, see if he will get up.
Oh, I have a feeling he's just lazy.
I'd be scared to death if he's that sick.
Well, I have a feeling he's all right. I mean, he was fine yesterday. I don't know what the deal is this morning. He's sleeping a lot. I got a tick off of him, off his belly. That's the second tick I've got off him. I have to put some of that stuff on him. I hadn't found any fleas or anything. He just looks comfortable. I know. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he's, hey, you all right? He opens his eyes, looks around. Hey, buddy.
Did he wake up?
Yeah, he woke up. Went right back to sleep.
You got me scared to death.
I need to go put some food in his bowl and see if that has any effect on him whatsoever.
What are you feeding?
Pedigree roasted chicken flavor. I was feeding him some more stuff that he didn't like. The vet told me to get him something that he liked really good, and he likes that stuff. He'll eat it like crazy.
You don't feed him no like real food, scraps or anything?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I feed him scraps too. He eats what I eat a lot of times too. Give him an aspirin. I went all over his leg, and I can't find his other leg. I did it again this morning. I can't find him hurting at all, but he lifts it up in the air when he's running sometimes, and definitely something wrong. I may have to take him to the vet. Hey.
I need to get mine to the vet and get her shots.
Yeah, he had all of his shots and stuff.
What's that one called that they're supposed to get when they're young?
Parvo.
Parvo, yeah. Now, do they have? My dog's right at 6 months old now. Boy, she weighs every bit 45 pounds. She's fat, happy, and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And would she still need it?
Yeah, they can get that Parvo anytime.
Oh, they can?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know. Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can get that Parvo anytime. I've had several dogs died from that. Once it gets on them, it's hard to cure. They can cure it, but it's hard.
Now that causes their front legs to shake, don't it?
Something like that. Remember when you got scared and thought he ran away and then he beat you home? Yeah, he beat me home that morning. I remember that. Sitting on the porch waiting. I'm going to try feeding him, see if he has anything. All right, Elvis. He loves this stuff. Let's see what happens now. I guess he's going to need to get up before anything's going to happen.
Well, they done a whole bunch of scans on my wife yesterday. I don't know if they was MRIs or what exactly they was. She's got 2 or 3 knots on each side of her neck, and they don't know what they are. And her lymph nodes has been swollen for well over a year now, and every time she's ever had a pap smear done, it come back abnormal. So they found these knots in her neck, 2 or 3 of them, like little balls on each side. And they done that scan yesterday, and I reckon if it don't look good, they're going to do a biopsy here shortly and go in and take a little piece out and see what it is.
Oh no, that's not good. Definitely.
I'm scared to death about it, I tell you. She's got 2 or 3 spots in her hair, like not dead in the middle of her hair, on top of her head, you know, near the sides, and but they're way more than thin. Thin would be an understatement. Bald, over exaggerating. It ain't bald, but it's way more than thin. Like there's not much hair there at all in these spots. There's 2 or 3 of them, and they told her it was stress that was causing her hair to fall out.
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe he does have spring fever or the dog days of summer syndrome or whatever it is. It's going to be about 87 today. It's going to be hot. It is. Balin, I think I'm going to get off of here. We've been going a pretty good while now. Oh.
Well, y'all have a good day wherever you are. Wish me luck going through Atlanta.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this dog.
Yeah. Good luck. Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate you coming on, man. It's good to see you.
Absolutely. Nice talking with you, Rick.
All right. Nice talking to you, Kato.
Bye.
And that was my friend Kato Kalin Balin the dog. Stress will do it. Make your hair fall out. 90s here in Florida. He is 3. They said they thought he was about 3, but they weren't sure. You had to use their teeth to do it, and it's not an exact science. He could be 1 or 5, really. He seems awful young. He's got them little bitty teeth, almost still feel like puppy teeth. You don't want me messing with them teeth, do you? No, you don't like that. 80s here too. With all the shots, yeah. I need to put some more flea medicine on him. He don't have fleas, but I've got 2 ticks off of him in the last couple of weeks. I got one this morning right on his belly. It's easy to see them. He's got such short hair. He's still a puppy. I think so too. Yes, stress and depression is terrible, Chocolate Man. Maybe next time. I haven't felt like getting dressed yet. Okay. That works. Can dogs get Lyme? Yes. Debbie, they can get Lyme disease. I've heard of quite a few people having to get them. Okay, he's teething. I don't know, maybe. Already sent a prayer. Okay, daughter had Lyme disease. Yeah, that's a tough one. Extreme cases, it's devastating. It's treatable if they catch it within what, a week or 2 or something like that. I've got bit by a tick and went on antibiotics right quick because I had that bullseye rash on my leg last year. I never had no problems out of it, but I got on antibiotics quick, really quick. Oh. Well, guys, I guess I'm gonna call it quits. My phone is acting crazy over here. I don't know what's going on with it. I must be sitting on something. Oh, that's the problem right there. What's a bullseye rash? Wherever the tick bites you, it'll be a big red spot with a white spot right in the center of it. Looks like a bullseye. That's the first indicator that you have Lyme disease without even testing it. That's the first indicator. 1, you bit by a tick. 2, you have a bullseye rash come on you. I studied that big time last year when I got bit by the tick. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all coming this morning. Thank you so much. This is absolutely the greatest community on YouTube. It is, without a doubt. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep an eye on my buddy here and see what's going on with him. He didn't even get up. I'm kind of worried about that. But we'll see what's going on in a minute. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Then crosshair between the eyes. That's exactly right, fat boy. It's way better. Way, way better. Thank you so much for coming. Till we meet again. Have a good day. Goodbye, buddy.